Hey y'all, Amy here. In one of my last videos, I showed you how to decorate a tiered tray for Easter. And on that video, I talked about a little miniature pot with lamb's ear in it that I added to the second tier of the tray. And in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how I made it. So let's jump in. First, start with one of these little mini pots. You can grab these at Hobby Lobby or the Dollar Tree. You'll also need some floral styrofoam, and you'll need a serrated edge knife to cut the foam with. First, start by cutting a block of foam, and you're going to need just a small square, and what you want to do is put that square in the center of your little pot. Now notice how there's a little bit of room around the sides of my styrofoam. I'm going to fill that in later. First, I'm going to take a stem, one single stem of lamb's ear greenery. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. I'll use my floral wire cutters, and I'm going to use the flat edge, put that against the stem, the long stem, and snip off the short stem of my lamb's ear. And once I trim that off, I'll have a short stem of lamb's ear to work with. Now, next I'm going to take this and spread these leaves apart and cut this in half. And so I'm going to cut off the top section here. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my wire cutters and snip those in half. And now I have two little pieces of lamb's ear. I'm going to start with the bottom piece that I just cut, and I'm going to stick that in the center of my styrofoam, and I'm just going to push down until it goes down as far as it will go. Next, I'm going to spread those leaves on the bottom piece, and I'm going to add the top piece, and I'm going to put the stem of the top piece right up against the stem of that bottom piece, and it's going to form a cluster of leaves that looks like a little plant. Next, you're going to need some American moss, and this is in green, and I'm just going to pull out a little bit and put it in a bowl, and I'm just going to kind of bunch up some in my hand, and I'm going to put that moss down in the cracks in between my pot and my styrofoam, and I'm just shoving the moss down as far as it will go, and I'm going to repeat this all the way around my styrofoam, filling in those holes and filling in those cracks around my little plant, and that is going to camouflage and hide the styrofoam. Now, once you have all the styrofoam covered, you can take your scissors and give those extra little pieces a snip and just a little haircut and snip those off. You could also take a few little extra pieces of this American moss and put those down in the center of your plant to cover styrofoam in the center of your little arrangement. And you are done. Let's add this to our mantle or our tiered tray. I think this turned out so cute. You can add a couple of eggs and maybe a carrot, and you're all done for Easter. Make sure to subscribe for more Easter ideas.